Stylish Naija YouTube channel. I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you all for subscribing to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. And thank you for your love and for your support. Actually, don't take it for granted. Thank you so much. If you are new to the channel, you are highly and very welcome. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. Okay, guys, and hit on the bell on the side also to get an update whenever I upload a new video. If you want to register for our online classes, you can see my number scrolling through the screen. Just send me a message on WhatsApp and then I'll give you the details of the classes that are available. And then if you want to become a member of the channel, so you can see, just go to the home page, you see the join button. You can just click it and join to become a member of Stylish Naija. Okay, guys. In today's video, this is a beginner's video. I'm going to be showing you how to cut an A-line skirt with back tail. So you can see the picture up there. I'm going to make it as detailed as possible. I've been getting this request from most people. I have other ones on the channel, but I just decided to do this one again. Okay, so I have my pattern paper already folded out. So it is folded into two for the front and the back pattern. So these are the measurements that I'm going to be using. We just need three basic measurements: the waist, the hip, and then the knee. So the waist measurement that we're using for this is 30. So you divide 30 into 4, you have 7.5. That's what we'll use for the waist. And then the hip is 40. You divide 40 into 4, you have 10. And then the knee is 30 inches. You divide into 4, you have 7.5. So these are the basic measurements that we're going to be making use of. So now we're going to draft straight now. So if you notice, I actually did not add the lines, so I'm just going to add them along. Like I said, it is a beginner's video, so I'll add them along as you see them. So that first line is our waistline, and then from the waist, this is like standard, from the waist to your hip is usually between 9 and 10 inches. So you can use 9 inches or you can use 10 inches. So when you do this, it's going to fit in properly. So you just connect it with a straight ruler like that. So the next line here is our hip line. Sorry, it's our knee line. So for the knee line, you can measure from your waist measurement. You can measure to between 19 inches, or just measure your client. But if the client is not there, you can use between 18 and 19 inches. So for this, I'm just going to go with 18.5 inches to be at the center. So I'll take it like this, and then I would connect it straight. So there's something that I normally do, but I'm going to come back to that as we draft along. So it's better that way, so it will be easy for you to understand. So now we're going to input our measurements now. So for this let's take out the back piece and work with the front piece. Okay. So for the waist measurement, like I said, we're using 7.5. So you come to this point, like if the fabric is folded into two, or your pattern, you have the 7.5. You mark your 7.5 here, and then I'm going to add 1 inch for my dart, and then I'm going to add just 1 inch for my stitching allowance. So from this point, I'm just going to mark this, and then the next measurement is the hip measurement, which is 10, like I explained. You mark your 10 inches, and then I'm going to add just about 1.5 or 2 inches allowance. And then from this point, I'll connect like this. And then the knee measurement, I'll come to this point like this. I'll mark the knee. You know the knee is 7.5. I'll mark it like this. And then I'm going to add my 2 inches allowance here. So from this point like this, I'm going to come and then mark this. There are some pattern, if you don't want the knee to be tight. If you notice, most of these skirts, their knees are tight, so that gives it that perfect shape. But if you don't want the knees to be tight, you can just take out 2 inches from your hip measurement, and then you use 8 inches for this point. It will still be okay. So there's something that I normally do. I normally come down by 2 inches for my knee measurement. I call that the new knee. Why I normally do that, this actually helps, gives it that very slim shape at the knee point. But if you don't want that very slim shape, you can decide to not to use do this, but this actually gives you that beautiful, those beautiful skirts that you see on Instagram. This is what was done. So what I'll do, I'll measure what I have here on this knee point, that's my actual knee point, and then I'll bring it to this point. I'll take out 1 inch from it. So just I'm just going to minus 1 inch from that. So this actually gives it another very tightness on the new knee. So you can see how distinct the shape is. So I'll just go ahead and mark the whole of those points. I'll blend them. So just blend that out so you can see what we have here. So the next thing, since it is an A-line skirt, so for the down part, you are the one that will determine how wide you want the down part of your skirt. So it depends on how wide the down part of your skirt is. That is how flowing it will be. So for this, for standard measurement, you can decide to use between 14 and 15 inches. So 15 inches, so that means the down part of your skirt is going to be 30. So just envision it and understand. So for this, I'm going to go, I'll use 15 inches. So this is 15 inches, and then you can add just 1 inch to stitch. So it is a very simple process. What you are going to do, you take your tape, like your ruler like this, and then you connect it to that point, and then you give it a very beautiful curve like this. Okay, so you can see how beautiful our skirt is looking. So for the down part, we're going to shape the front and the back together. So we'll cut out the front now, and then we'll use the front to cut out the back. So you can see our skirt laid out. You see how beautiful it is looking. So you can see the knee. So I just want you to take a good look at the shape of this skirt. You see how beautiful the skirt is looking. Just want you to see. You see the shape, everything looks so nice. So we're going to use this now to cut out the back piece. Okay, okay. So I actually forgot to tell you about the length of our skirt. So the length is 40 inches. That's for the front part. So for the back, we're going to add about, depends on how long you want the tail to be. So we're going to add about 8, between 8, between, you can add 5, you can add 8, you can add 10, you can add 12, you can add 20. So it depends on what you want. So what you do, that's to the back to make it longer. So the back, the front pattern, you are going to take it. So I had to trim this so that I'll be able to illustrate this properly. So you take your front pattern like this, and then you place it on the back pattern. So the back pattern is like twice the size of the front, and then you place it like this, and then all of the lines, make sure that all of the lines are fitting back in the right direction. Okay. So you place them like this, and then where we are going to work from, we're actually going to work from our knee part. That's from our top knee, not this new knee. This is the new knee. This is optional, like I said. You can decide not to use it. You can just go with this. It will still be okay. So the next thing we're going to do, you add your zip allowance on this side. So it depends on how many inches you use for your zip allowance. You add it like this, and then I'm going to just, I'll mark it with a straight ruler. And then once I get to the nail point, I'm going to stop. So for the nail part, I'm going to start creating my curve. So it depends on how wide you want your back piece to be. That is what you will also use to fold your fabric. So for this 13 inches, so when you open it up, it's going to be 26. So from that point like this, you are going to take your ruler, and then you are going to make a very good flake curve. So you just elongate the length, the original length of the skirt. Elongate it like that, and then you do this. So So you mark it. So once you get to that point, because you want it to be longer, if you want a skirt that the back is not is it has tail but it's not longer, you can just top it here. But if you want the one that the tail will be longer, all you are going to do is just make sure that line you extend it down. So I need to add to my pattern paper on this side, so I'll just go ahead and do that fast right now. So I'll elongate it now to the down point like that, so you can see. So this gives it, so you can see the fullness of the skirt now. So the next thing now, we're going to curve the down part of our skirt. So whatever you do, make sure that these two tips here, that they join together on the same part like this. So I'm just going to use dotted line to indicate this. So it depends on how wide you want the down part to be. Just give it a beautiful curve to come to this point. So that's just basically what we're doing. So you can see the shape and the way the skirt is looking. So I'll go ahead and I'll cut this out now. So you'll be able to see it properly. So for the down part, if you don't want it, so this down part, you can still curve this part a little bit. So when you curve it, just make sure that they are the same on the side, that they meet together on that side like that, and then cut. Okay, so at the end of the day, you can see our skirt how it is looking. So you can see the back, and then this is the front. So you can see the A-line pattern for the front. For the front piece, you can see it's just a normal, regular A-line skirt. And then you can see the back with the tail. I'm just trying to open it up for you to see it's really fine. Yeah, my tongue is really working on my paper. So I'll just open this up now. Okay, guys. So at the end of the day, the second one cannot fit on the table. So this is one piece of the back skirt. So thank you so much. If you find this video helpful, please hit on the like button, and if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. Thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video. Remember to add the extra inches, just like I explained.